welcome to Crypto News Australia with me, Bianca McIntyre. In the seat today, we've got Austin, Raf, and Nathan, the co-founders of the Freemarket token. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So tell us a bit more about Freemarket token. How did you come up with the name? What is it? What's involved in it? And what is your involvement in it?
Okay, so obviously we're co-founders. We came up with the name Freemarket token based on the idea of people getting their freedom back and actually providing opportunity at the same time, because we realise that as it stands in general commerce, there's very little opportunity, and it's almost like the vice grip on people. People are controlled often by the middleman, and this is an opportunity for them to get in that space. So roles-wise, by the way, forgot about that, half the question. So all of our skill sets is quite different but very complementary, so we don't step on each other's toes, but we're overseeing the entire project. Me personally, I'm quite involved in the idea creation and the white paper type development. This is predominantly my side of things. I'll pass to Raf, he can tell you what he does.
So I'm involved with the IT side of things, the blockchain, developing the software and the apps that are coming soon, and pretty much making sure that important side of the business is taken care of. So I've come from an IT background. We actually have a big, strong team of 90 that will, that helps out in all different ways. Obviously, with the skill sets that we do have, there's a lot of places we can actually take this token to. So the later on when we talk about Ecryptostore, that's just the first of many that we believe we can come out with, and we definitely have the skills for that.
Hi, how you doing? I'm also a co-founder, as you said. Well, I think one of the things that we understood very early on was that we all come to the table with very different skill sets. So we're able to pick up where the other one leaves off. I've known Nathan for over 12 years, Raf for about 5 years. Okay. So, we've worked really well with creation and, networking and, bringing on the right sort of people to actually execute really
so
the right team.
Like a team, a family.
That's
in
right.
A sense.
Yeah, that's right. So it's a lot of what we do is bringing on the right people to be able to actually put together marketing and strategy and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's jump into the actual Freemarket token itself. Tell us more about the token.
Okay, it's a NEM-based token. We're using the NEM blockchain. The reason for that's just really simply because of the speed. Catapult has a lot of functionality that really has a good synergy with what we're building. Okay. And the team with NEM has been absolutely phenomenal. So we're working with people in Australia with NEM, people in Singapore. We actually met a bunch of the Singapore people about 3 weeks ago. We've also got people over in the KL office. We've got people in the Hong Kong. We've got people all over, and the support that we've had from them was absolutely phenomenal. It's also the amount of transactions they can do per second versus what Ethereum's able to do. So really, I think it's a good choice.
Just to go over the NEM thing, the team recently had some updates from NEM. So obviously our team has been in development for years and years, and they still get really amazed at what the NEM team are coming up with. Yeah. Like, these are the guys that have been in the industry for 10, 15 years, coding all their lives, and the good thing about it, they're willing to share their knowledge. They're willing to share, whatever they've learnt to we consider ourselves part of NEM now, like the NEM team, but they're very open. It's an open book, in which we tried to work with other places and other platforms, and they haven't been so open. They try to keep it as a closed book, but over here we've had nothing but a great relationship.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yep. And I'll just add to the choice factor of NEM. They're also the culture that they have about getting the work done first and not trying to hype everything up. It's not what I truly align with, and I know the boys the same, is they're about just getting the work done, building the proof of their model, as opposed to talking about what they're going to do. Obviously you need to have vision and stuff, but it's important when you get onto a platform or something that it works. All the things that they say they're going to do have been delivered already. So you know what you're getting into. And then also the cost factor. Austin mentioned about transaction speed. That's a big one, but the cost of a transaction is significantly cheaper as well. So when you're talking big volume, the last thing we could ever want with the e-commerce platform is, CryptoKitties comes along again and slows the whole network down, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, you're going from a usable platform to everyone waiting 45 minutes for things to settle. It's just not practical.
So it's good that it's stable. Is that what you're saying? It's already stable before adding on to anything else?
Absolutely. Well, they're enterprise focused. So it's perfect for us. It's like perfect synergy.
Would you say that it's kind of similar to eBay or Gumtree that people would know about?
Yeah, so our platform Ecryptostore, which is where the FMT token gets its first birthing, and that's where it's going to be integrated first, is just like eBay, the difference being that we can accept cryptocurrency and fiat, like traditional payment system, and there's a lot of functionality that comes through tokenizing the economy. It's just impossible to get if we were to not have a token, not have an ecosystem like that. And these are pretty cool things, very innovative, they're unique to us. And we've taken some ideas that other people have started with and actually taken it to the next level. So it's, I think there's going to be some real wow factor when people use the platform and go, wow, it works, and wow, it's this, So, and Ecryptostore is already live and running.
So tell me how the Freemarket token interacts with the platform.
Okay, so the way it works, obviously, ecryptostore.com is our first platform, and it brings a lot of utility value. Freemarket token is a utility token with the design to create lots of benefits to the user and incentivize people to use the token more and more on the ecosystem. So things that it offers, for example, is like to help reduce subscription costs or offset them completely, to reduce transaction fees, and also to protect buyers and the merchant in the process of escrow.
Okay, and can you explain what escrow is?
Yeah, so very common in the crypto world is like smart contracts. Now the drawback with the smart contract is when you escrow funds in an e-commerce platform experience transaction, what happens is the funds are potentially locked away for weeks, because it has to meet the criteria to release the funds. That's how a smart contract works, right? So an escrowed smart contract will hold the funds until everything's met. It will release it to the merchant. The issue with that is it exposes a merchant to the volatility of the market. So if you've got something that happens where the market tanks, all of a sudden the person who's made the sale can't do anything because their funds are locked, and they could potentially be selling now at a loss. Where we've designed a system where we can hedge against the tokens that somebody holds, the free market tokens, as security and release that payment instantly.
Okay. Well, that's probably really good to know for our viewers out there. Well, you mentioned that you were going into Hong Kong and Singapore and KL. So would you say that this platform will not just be used in Australia, it's worldwide?
Definitely. It is going to be a worldwide platform. Where sort of the beginning focus is Australia, Singapore, and the Philippines. They'll be the first three markets that we're specifically working in. Mm-hmm. And then, obviously, as we're able to translate, and we've got some pretty cool ideas up our sleeves as far as being able to turn it into a global platform very, very quickly.
Would you say that the token will be available on any of the major exchanges like Binance or Bittrex? We
can't actually discuss any of that sort of stuff. You can't actually discuss which exchanges people are going to get on before they're actually on there. Mm-hmm. But obviously we're going to be wanting to get on the exchanges, and as we grow, we will definitely be getting on a bunch of exchanges.
So would you say it's more of a supply and demand factor that would be behind that, or just whatever is going to be going at the moment?
So the thing about listing on exchanges, some of them have set rules not to mention that you're going to list, and that can be the factor that can stop you being listed. So in a perfect world, absolutely want to get on all the big exchanges. The reality is, with any project, realistically, you're starting off on the smaller ones only because you've got to build momentum, because the bigger ones don't just list anybody. They have a pretty lengthy process to go through. You've got to jump through quite a few hoops. You've got to prove yourself, prove volume and demand for what you're doing, and also community support. So these are all things that we're working on in the background. Our goal is to be on every single exchange that NEM is on, because then we know for sure, being a NEM mosaic, which is a NEM token, we want to make sure to follow their lead. Like, they've opened the door for us, so all we've got to do is just keep jumping the hoops and fulfill the need.
Well, that's a really good backing to have. Where do you see the future of it going? What is your future plans? Where do you see this going?
Yeah, well, it really, the market will run a lot of our future plans. We have some things that are not on the white paper that we're looking at the moment.
So I'm just going to stop you there. Would you be able to explain to us what the white paper is?
So the white paper is obviously our roadmap as such, and in a more detailed form. So if you go to freemarkettoken.io, you can download the white paper from there. It's a 47 page white paper, so I won't go through it today. But the biggest thing for us is for people wanting to discover what we're all about, is to go download the white paper, just analyze it, tear it apart, and then we're open to any suggestions or any improvements that we can make to the system. So being the free market token, the e-commerce platform is just the first of many that we want to explore.
I believe in the future, like, our goals really are to really give back people the ability to be able to transact, accept crypto, and not have the risks that are a lot of the time associated. If I send you, let's say I'm sending this microphone interstate, and someone pays me in Bitcoin, how do they know that I'm actually going to send them that microphone? Because of the anonymity that a lot of the times surrounding cryptocurrencies, we've actually come up with ways of being able to protect the merchant and also protect the buyer. So that's part of our hybrid escrow system. It's really exciting. Some of the functionality that we've got. But our goal really is to end up being the #1 buy-sell platform or token used on a buy-sell platform globally for inside of the crypto space.
All right, so that's been a lot of information for our viewers out there. If they want to get involved, or if they want to find out more about Free Market Token, where can they go to find out more about this?
Okay, so the best place to interact with us personally and the community is on our Telegram group, so FMT Official. You can find us pretty easy. We're always in there. We pretty much live in Telegram. We also have a lot of information about Free Market Token on freemarkettoken.io. And for someone who wanted to experience what our e-commerce platform does and how it operates, you can just go to www.ecryptostore.com and just sign up as a merchant. There's no charge involved. It's a very simple process to do. Keeping in mind, though, this is version 1 of our platform. So it's live and operational right now. Someone can go and use it, but we're already well into the development of our second version of the platform, which is going to integrate all the features of Free Market Token and also a whole lot of other functionality and support for the merchants and buyers.
And so it's easy enough for, say, the layman that has never really interacted with cryptocurrency to be able to use?
Absolutely. We've designed it for anyone with any experience level to use. So quite literally, we've got people who are senior citizens who have sent us an email or a text message saying, "Oh, I set up my online store. It was so easy, very simple, really good experience."
Well, that's awesome. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys.
No worries.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for joining us and joining me, Bianca McIntyre, for Crypto News Australia, your #1 source for all news crypto.